Okay, this is day 2 of Nude Jung, or Jung in the Nude. I think it's May 6th. The reading comes from Mephistopheles, from Goethe's Faust. So this is a book written by Edinger, trying to help us understand the works of Goethe as his writing about Faust and Mephistopheles. And Mephistopheles is the devil, and he's already communed with God and talked about how God has said, my servant Faust is loyal, you can't mess him up, very much like he did with Job. Mephistopheles says, yeah, I think I can get him to sell his soul to me, essentially. And so Faust himself is on the brink of total meltdown and suicide. He's lived his life according to what he thought he should. He's become a great professor, and he's absolutely bereft of any kind of real passion in life. His life is kind of ended. He has no more desire to live. So at that point, Mephistopheles comes in and starts offering him just the opposite of what his life has been. So his life has been all academia and abstractions. And Mephistopheles knows what he really wants, which is to have crazy sex with some passionate, beautiful, nobile young woman. Now Faust is an old man, but Mephistopheles meets up with him and basically promises that he can have what he wants. So the words go like this. Then here below in service I'll abide, fulfilling tirelessly your least decree, if when we meet upon the other side you undertake to do the same for me. So I will let you have anything you want on earth, but once you die, you're my servant, you belong to me. Faust agrees, providing he has an experience of total satisfaction. If ever to the moment I shall say, beautiful moment, do not pass away, then you may forge your chains to bind me. Then I will put my life behind me. So the deal is this. Mephistopheles is telling us we can have anything we want as long as we do not become attached to it. Faust inserts that. He says, okay, I'll serve, you give me what I want, I'm completely satisfied, and my soul is yours if I become attached to it, if I decide I have to have it. So what comes out of that is I can have anything I want as long as I'm not attached to it. I can have anything I want as long as I'm not attached to it. Now that's this idea, essentially, that I move out of duality. Duality is this idea that this side is better than that side. To have is better than to not have, which most of us would agree probably is true. But duality is the problem. Okay, probably I digress. So let's go back to the deal. The deal is you can have anything you want as long as you don't become attached to it. So let's give some examples of that, right? So in teaching the class at the university, students would talk about, I was in a relationship and this person was exactly what I wanted, but I had this huge price to pay. I felt, devalued. I felt like they didn't care as much as I cared about them. I suffered a lot. So in some ways, we don't have to wait till we die to suffer, having sold our soul to the devil. So the idea then is that there are lots of things we may want, like, there was another student who said, I had a job, I could earn all the money I wanted to, buy anything I wanted to, big house, fly here, fly there, but I hated the job, so I was suffering. So that's a good example of getting what you want, but having to pay this huge price.